We're back with our daily NBA best bets here on Saturday, October 25th. There are only 5 games today in the association, but we're going to make do and obviously have a best bet for every single game today, again, in the NBA. Now, folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Yesterday, a positive day with our NBA best bets, a 3-2 day. Shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers cashing for us. Portland Trailblazers closed out at plus 135, plus 125 cash for us. We'll take that every day of the week. So Warriors, magnet ball ended. Portland, again, the Jailblazers are back, and Luka Doncic, I mean, MVP Luka this year? It's got to be, right? This is Luka's MVP year. I can feel it. It's probably going to go to SGA still, but I don't know. This might be Luka's year. Folks, again, before you in the video, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Also on the channel today, our daily MLB best bets are posted a couple hours before this for Game 2 of the World Series. Our college football best bets and predictions are out, obviously, for college football today. NFL predictions and best bets out today. And also our UFC 321 best bets and predictions with Tom Aspinall and Sidel Ghan are on Greedo Plays MMA. UFC 321 is today from Abu Dhabi, UAE. Okay. On to the first round 5 best bets. We are going to cover every single game today, so let's kick things off in Orlando, Florida, with the Orlando Magic and the Chicago Bulls, and I'm going Bulls plus 6.5. I think it's a great line for Chicago, guys. The Bulls are so underrated, it's ridiculous. I mean, people don't understand how good the Bulls are, and I kept saying this last season. They found their way to the 9 seed, where unfortunately they lost to the Miami Heat in their play-in game. But Chicago's a 1-0 team so far this season, guys. The Pistons are a team that are expected to be very good this season, right? And they just went to Houston and won. Shout out to Detroit, big victory. Houston's now 0-2. The Pistons are a good team. But what did the Bulls do to the Pistons on opening night? They go to Detroit and win the game by 4 points. How about Vooch, man? Vucevic keeps on doing it. He's, 36? Nikola Vucevic? Bro goes out there, 28 points, 14 boards. What a victory for Chicago. Again, Josh Giddey didn't go over his PR line, but that's fine. Josh Giddey, this dude's a hooper. I keep saying it. Guys, Giddey's an automatic, at least double-double every night. Triple-double is right there every single night, it feels like, for Josh Giddey. 19 points, 11 assists, 5 boards for Giddey, and they beat Detroit, who is very good, without Kobe White. White's going to be out for the first couple weeks of the season. That's okay. Again, they are going to be much better with White, who learned that he actually had a mid-range shot and actually started playing like he should be last season. That's what made Chicago so good. But, I mean, for now, Giddey should be able to make up for, that lost production. They're starting Tre Jones instead of Kobe White. Again, Giddey's pretty much playing the point. Yes, Tre Jones is 6'1", but Giddey still operates as the one guard, at least offensively he does. Tre Jones played some big minutes last year for Chicago. He averaged 25 minutes a game for the Bulls off the bench. He's going to be very involved. Now, obviously, they cleared up some things. I know Lonzo wasn't really healthy towards the tail end of the season last year, but moving Lonzo to Chicago gave them a lot more flexibility, I feel like, at the point guard position, or just the guard positions as a whole with, Giddey, Jones, White, guess Javon Carter, Dosunmu. Like, you have a good guard rotation, I feel like, in Chicago. And I like the Bulls quite a bit, man. I think Matas Buzelis is only going to continue to become a better basketball player. Played 34 minutes against Detroit, scored 21 points. I mean, you get 21 points out of Buzelis. You get 19 out of Giddey, 12 out of Tre Jones. Okoro does run cardio, let's be honest, 23 minutes and 0 points. But that's okay, right? I mean, Herder, 15 points off the bench. Dosunmu, 14 points off the bench. So Chicago, after a big victory on opening night against the Pistons, in which they win by 4 against a good team, a playoff team last year in the Pistons, they now go on the road to Orlando, and they're 6.5-point dogs, especially against the Magic, who just lost yesterday. And this is something we're going to continue to hunt all year long. I mean, especially now. Again, so last year, I just want to, some transparency here with our best bets. Last year, I did best bets for college basketball, and that's going to continue November 2nd or 3rd whenever the college basketball season starts this year. I can't wait. I'm so excited to talk about, WAC basketball, or the WAC's gone now. I can't wait to talk about, Big West basketball or Big Sky basketball. I can't wait. Like, that's what I get excited for, college basketball every single year. Love college sports. Regardless, though, we did college basketball best bets every single day, but NBA, I just did predictions last year, so I literally talked about every single game, and I really didn't get to say like what I liked the best. And obviously, we would still pick winners every single day. We pick spreads every single day, and we were trying to look at matchups and see like who's coming off back-to-backs. Now with the best bets this year, I get to specifically point out, okay, this team's coming off the second night of a back-to-back, and that's something that I'm going to continue to target all year long. Hell, we did it yesterday, right? We saw the Warriors who looked good in an overtime game against Denver, but I said, okay, well, they have to go on the road to Portland. I think the Blazers are going to get them. Blazers have been freed of the Chauncey Billups jail, right? And obviously, Portland went in there yesterday and dominated Golden State. It wasn't even competitive. Same type of deal here. Now, again, we don't even need the Bulls to win. I think the Bulls are playable. I think Chicago might be able to get this one. Plus 190 on the money line. I would not put that too far gone. I think that could potentially happen. But giving Chicago 6.5 points against Orlando is so doable. Guys, the Magic, they are still projected to be one of the better teams in basketball this season. But Atlanta, too, had a great offseason. Both Atlanta and Orlando had great offseasons. We're going to talk about Atlanta in a second here. But Atlanta goes on the road to Orlando and gets the victory. And I get it, right? Chicago, Magic don't have to go anywhere like the Warriors did yesterday. But second night of a back-to-back's always difficult. You get a Bulls team that plays a very similar game to Atlanta. They run the entire game, very quick possessions. I like Chicago in this spot, man. Yeah, are the Hawks better than Chicago? Probably. But who knows? Again, it's the NBA. It's hard to predict with 82 games. But I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls here. I'm going to go Bulls spread, not money line. Bulls spread today in Orlando, plus 6.5. Give me Chicago here on the road. Next up, we move on to our second best bet of the video. We did this on opening night. We might as well do it again. SGA. So right now, okay, I know we're 2 games into the season, but the 2 MVP there's 3. But the by far 2 MVP frontrunners, I believe, need to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Luka Doncic. Now, Victor Wembanyama's right there too, do not get me wrong, and I'm looking at the FanDuel odds right now for most valuable player, and obviously we're 2 games in, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is by far the favorite at plus 160, Nikola Jokic is plus 390 alongside Victor Wembanyama, and then Luka's at plus 500, then everybody else, Giannis plus 1300, Ant plus 2700, and then everyone else is plus 10,000 and further. So, to me, it's a 3-dog race. It's Shai, it's Wembanyama, it's Luka. Yes, Jokic is going to put up great stats, but I don't think he's going to be on that same level this season as SGA, Luka, and Wemby. To me, again, I think Wemby's going to have a great year. I don't know if the Spurs are going to win as much as these other teams, and I get it, right? San Antonio's off to a very hot start. They're 2-0. Wembanyama had a great game yesterday in New Orleans and an overtime victory for the Spurs. I just don't know how much winning is, I don't know if the Spurs are going to be a top 4 team in the West like Los Angeles and like OKC, so I don't know if he's going to be right there with Shai and Luka. But to me, again, like my question is it going to be Shai or is it going to be Luka Doncic? That's really what I'm looking at. I don't know. It's going to be hard for Shai not to get the award because of just how good this guy is. And the fact that, Luka's great, but LeBron will come back eventually. And obviously, again, Luka's still going to put up nasty numbers, but, that production is going to have to come down a little bit. It's a given when you're playing on the same court as LeBron James. Don't get me wrong. I think the Lakers are going to be a lot better. I mean, where we don't need Luka to put up 50 points every single night. It was huge last night. But yeah, the Lakers are going to be a problem when LeBron comes back. All right. Like, I was kind of yesterday. We took them, but it was kind of a hesitant, pick. No, we're fully back. All right, we're winning the championship this year in LA. All right, we're so back. Anyways, though, today I'm gonna be going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 33.5 points. Is it difficult to expect Shai to continue to go over this mark? I mean, this on opening night, this was 31.5. Against the Pacers, it was 32.5. And now against Atlanta, it's at 33.5. I don't think it's time to cool off on it yet. I get it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has played 8 quarters of basketball plus 4 overtime periods in the first 2 games of the season. I don't think this game's going to be as close for OKC. I do expect them to, I don't want to say dominate Atlanta, but I do believe they should be able to get it done. Just look at the production, though, out of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the first 2 games of the season. I was very scared early in Game 1 against the Rockets. Shai did have to play 47 minutes to get the 35 points and obviously double overtime, but he gets it done. And SGA hasn't really even had great shooting nights so far, at least beyond the arc. We're seeing way more 3-pointers attempted now per game from SGA. We're seeing 9 or 8 3-pointers attempted, and I get it. Again, he's played extra basketball, and there's spots where SGA is left open from beyond the 3-point arc, at least, in overtime against Indiana, against Houston. But SGA is shooting more threes, and eventually those are going to fall. I mean, that's been the one part of the SGA game where, again, he's the best player in the world, right? He's the reigning MVP, reigning finals MVP, reigning NBA champion, right? He's the face of basketball. There's no question about it, right? SGA is the guy. Obviously, Luka's going to be right there for years, right? But right now, it's like, if you want to say, if you want to say eras, we were in 2K, we had the LeBron era, the Curry era. Right now, yeah, it's the SGA era. Okay, you could say it's the Jokic era. In my opinion, it is the SGA era right now. Again, that could change. Luka, Jokic, Wemby. But the one part of his game that's like, all right, he's great playmaker, great handles. Obviously, Midi's best in the world. One of the greatest scorers ever. Okay, and I mean that. One of the greatest scorers ever. Compare his stats historically to other all-time great scorers. Am I saying he's the greatest scorer of all time? No, he is one of the best ever, though. There's no doubt about that in my mind. The one knock on his game is his 3-point shot's not great. It's all right. If Shea can start to hit that 3-pointer more consistently, oh my goodness. Don't forget, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, SGA went 2 for 12 from beyond the 3-point line. It's always a spot where he has struggled quite a bit. If that shot starts to fall, and obviously OKC and SGA have already made it a point this season, okay, you're going to start shooting that shot more. I mean, if he starts hitting that consistently, how do you beat this guy? Great finishes at the rack. Can shoot the midi like no other. Obviously, can get to the free throw line like no other player in Actually, no, it's a lie. Jimmy Butler gets to the free throw line better than SGA does. But if you add that 3-point shot that, again, potentially might be there, oh my goodness. How do you stop this guy? It's a thing. I'm serious. Again, he's already such a great player. If that 3-point shot starts to fall, he's trouble. A game like this against Atlanta, again, we saw 55 points for SGA on Thursday in Indiana, 35 on opening night against the Houston Rockets. The way Atlanta plays, fast pace, inbound the ball quickly, 1 million possessions. I get it. SGA is going to have Dyson Daniels on him. Dyson Daniels was right there for the Defensive Player of the Year award race last year, right? The Great Barrier Thief for the Atlanta Hawks. I don't care. SGA finds ways to score. Okay, if he can't get it done playmaking on his own, he's going to find ways to get to the free throw line. I'm not going to deny it. SGA shot 26 free throws against the Pacers. He hit 23 of them. Again, right there, those 23 points at the free throw line. That means what SGA just needs to find 11 points via mid-range shots, driving the hoop, threes. Come on. Again, this line is automatic for him, and especially against an Atlanta team that doesn't play defense except for Dyson Daniels. That's the matchup Shea's going to get. But a high-paced game, a lot of possessions. I like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to go over this 33.5-point mark. Give me SGA, the MVP, at -115 for over 33.5 points. On to our next play, and we go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I wanted to go VJ Edgecombe, but you know what? Folks, let me introduce you to the cock and ball parlay. All right, the caulk, like Kalkbrenner, not, caulk. The caulk and ball parlay, Ryan Kalkbrenner and LaMelo Ball 2-leg parlay. I had to do it. Had to do it for the second game of the season, and I absolutely love it. This feels automatic to me. So the 2-leg parlay that gets you at +100 is LaMelo Ball to hit 3 or more 3-pointers, and starting center for the Charlotte Hornets, new starting center, rookie out of the University of Creighton, second-round pick Ryan Kalkbrenner to get 6 rebounds. Automatic. Again, I don't know how many times this season we're going to go to the caulk and ball parlay, but maybe we go to the cock ball sex parlay because Colin Sexton is also on this team. I'll stop. I'll stop. I will. This should be the nickname though, right? The caulk and ball connection. I need to emphasize that. It's actually crazy Colin Sexton's on this team too. Anyways. +100. This seems automatic to me, man. I mean, really, it does. Jokes aside, this is pretty easy. Guys, Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to be a very good player, I believe, for the Charlotte Hornets in 2025. I do think so, right? Kalkbrenner in his rookie season is already the starting center. Obviously, Mark Williams has been the longtime starting center for Charlotte. They tried to trade him for Dalton Connect at the deadline. That trade obviously gets sent back because of the failed physical for Mark Williams. He eventually gets sent to Phoenix, and he's the starting center over there for a Suns team that, oh boy, they struggled last night over in the Intuit Dome. But anyways, right, Kalkbrenner has been assigned the new starting center of the Charlotte Hornets, and that's perfectly fine. He's going to get a lot of run with this team. I always thought Kalkbrenner was pretty damn good at Creighton. Big East basketball can get a little interesting at times, but I mean, he was the focal point of that Creighton team all year long. He had some big games throughout the season against, like DePaul and Providence. He'd always destroy those two lower level in Georgetown. He destroyed the lower level Big East squads. But I mean, Kalkbrenner's very capable, man. He can grab boards. He's 7-1, and only needing him to get 6. Yeah, that's automatic. Kalkbrenner had 11 boards on opening night against the Nets. Now, 6 of them were defensive rebounds, but 5 of them on the offensive glass too. I like this quite a bit. Hornets are playing Philadelphia again. More on the up tempo side of things than not. Okay, like there is going to be more possessions than an average game in this one between Philadelphia and Charlotte. Yeah, the Hornets are on the road, but I like this quite a bit for Kalkbrenner. And then LaMelo Ball. I mean, 3 3-pointers should not be that difficult for one of the better shooters in basketball and a shooter who is going to take a million 3-pointers a game. I mean, it is rare when LaMelo doesn't hit 3 3-pointers because he takes 10, 11, 12 3-pointers a game, and asking LaMelo to shoot at, a 25% clip is kind of automatic. Like, again, LaMelo, you can expect LaMelo to probably take about 12 3-pointers a game. Now, he only took 8 in their victory against the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday, but he went 4 for 8 in that game. So, again, that's all we need. We need 3. So again, I think on average, you're going to see LaMelo shoot about 10 3-pointers a game. We need him to shoot 30% if that's the case. Or even 9, you need him to shoot 33% from beyond the arc. He is the number 1 option in Charlotte. LaMelo had kind of a low-scoring night on opening night for them against the Brooklyn Nets. He only scored 20 points. Brandon Miller was their leading scorer, but if LaMelo is going to find production anywhere, he's going to find production with the 3-point shot, and I believe that's going to come true tonight. They are taking on Philadelphia, who had a big victory in their first game of the season. Obviously, a lot was made, and the big headline of that game was VJ Edgecombe, the rookie, obviously out of the University of Baylor University. He had a huge outing, obviously. First rookie in NBA history to score 34 points and, 34 points and over, 40 minutes and 35 points, I think, or 37 points was the record. I don't know. He was amazing on opening night, and the Sixers look good, right? Joel Embiid only scored 4 points and only played 20 minutes. Obviously, this is going to be a process for Joel Embiid for the entire season, I understand, but should be kind of a high-tempo game. I mean, I look at how Boston scored. I mean, I guess the kind of comp you want to look at, I know they're different players. I know they play differently, but I mean, Derek White, LaMelo Ball, obviously, right? Starting point guard for the Boston Celtics. I know he's not as ball dominant at all as LaMelo is, but I mean, Derek White shot 13 3-pointers against Philadelphia. He went 4 for 13, and I get it. That's just Joe Mazzulla basketball. That's how the Boston Celtics play. It's okay. We're going to take as many 3 points as possible, and you're going to like it. And I get it. That's how they play. But hey, the shots are going to be there for LaMelo Ball in this game. Again, Charlotte does rely on him to score the ball quite a bit. I mean, we saw a line yesterday with Cam Thomas. I saw, game 1 for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas against Charlotte only scored, 15 points, and Michael Porter Jr. was taking all these shots. And again, MPJ was still taking a lot of shots yesterday, but we saw, Cam Thomas is a guy who's historically averaged 23 points a game. I mean, that should be an easy bounce back spot for him, and we saw that and caught that yesterday. Again, it's not even a bounce back spot today for LaMelo Ball, but it's a guy that we expect to take a lot of shots, and I believe he should be able to capitalize on that today. So I'm going to go LaMelo Ball on the over 2.5 3-pointers. So again, as a whole, for the Kalk and Ball parlay, plus 100, it's great odds for 6 rebounds for the rookie out of Creighton, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and 3 3-pointers for LaMelo Ball. Again, parlayed at plus 100. Let's go Kalk and Ball tonight in Philadelphia. I can't believe it took me 2 games to make that joke. All right. Maybe it'll be a reoccurring thing this season. Maybe it will, We'll see. Anyways, on to our 4th best bet of the video. Let's go. Hey, we are back. Guys, I'm not going to take the Pacers every single time they play. But how could I not take this line? Okay, I mean, come on. I think what the Pacers did on opening night, I know they lost, and they probably should have won that game. I thought they should have had it in the first overtime. It's okay, they didn't come through. But what the Pacers did in that game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, it should show everyone, okay, this team is legit. So, again, I told you at the beginning of the season, right? Take Indiana Pacers to make the playoffs. That was my season-long bet that I liked really more than any bet I could have found. I gave you one season-long play, and it was the Indiana Pacers on opening night. I went on a limb and said the Pacers are not missing the playoffs. Plus 155 for the Indiana Pacers to make the playoffs is highway robbery. After one game, in a loss, they lost the game yesterday 2 days ago to the Oklahoma City Thunder. But even in a loss, Indiana goes from plus 155 to make the postseason to plus 130. Vegas is already seeing, oh crap, those were horrible odds. Because yes, losing Tyrese Halliburton sucks, and the injuries they have right now, no TJ McConnell, the rookie out of Marquette, Cam Jones, dealing with some legal troubles. I get it. They're still very good. And oh, no Miles Turner. Oh, well, look what Miles Turner did yesterday in Toronto. 4 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Ooh, big game for Miles Turner. It's the Indiana fans' fault. Yeah, you're right, pal. Anyways, after the Indiana fans defended you for a decade and, treated you like, the franchise star that you were, but it's okay. Go to Milwaukee. Have fun there and make the Pacers the villain. I'm sure that's going to go great for you, pal. Anyways, though, the Indiana Pacers established on Thursday that they're for real. They're so for real. And in a game where Andrew Nembhard got injured. Andrew Nembhard gets injured in the second quarter, third quarter, doesn't play the rest of the game. I mean, guys, the Pacers are such a viable threat in the Eastern Conference this season. Pascal Siakam is top 20 in the sport. He might be top 15. The shot Siakam sitting, and Benedict Mathurin, okay, it's time to step up to the plate. I thought it was going to be Nembhard. It might still be. I know, again, Nembhard got injured. Mathurin's due for a breakout year, man. And you saw on opening night, 36 points for Ben Math. And I get it, 15 of those were at the line. But, I mean, hey, SGA had 23 points at the free throw line. Aaron Nesmith had a very mid-game. But, again, he's still going to bring it defensively. Pascal, they started Isaiah Jackson, but pretty quickly it's established, okay, we're going to go Jarris Walker, and that's fine. I really like Jarris Walker, man. He is a very good basketball player. Obi Toppin, expanded role. Obi Toppin plays 40 minutes off the bench. Ben Shepherd plays 40 minutes off the bench. I mean, again, they had to unfortunately go to, Talon Peter minutes, the rookie out of Liberty. They had to go to, Johnny Furphy in the second overtime because so many guys had fouled out. Obviously, Nesmith, Mathurin, Shepherd. But this team's going to be very good this year. I am so excited for Indiana Pacers basketball. So they showed again they can go down to the wire with OKC without without 3 of their guards. 4 if you count Cam Jones. No Hallie for the entire year. No McConnell. Nembhard gets injured. Cam Jones is out. Here we go. Talon Peter. I love this team, man. I really like Indiana. It's next man up. It's selfless basketball. It's great. It is. They go to Memphis. Again, we're attacking the second night of a back-to-back. And I get it. Memphis has nowhere, they're not going anywhere. They're staying in Memphis, Tennessee. Obviously played yesterday and lost to the Miami Heat, a Miami Heat team that I don't think is very good this season. I know, again, they are playing Warriors and they feel like they're playing bound every single season, but you lose by 30-plus points to the 2025 Miami Heat. A team that's starting Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Khalil Ware. And don't forget, Khalil Ware said Bam Adebayo is a top 5 basketball player of all time with Anthony Edwards and Wilt Chamberlain. What a list. If you haven't seen that clip, go check that out. But Indiana, man, they're not on the second night of the back-to-back. I get it. No Andrew Nembhard tonight. Okay. All right. Who's going to start? Might be Ben Shepherd. Okay. That's fine with me. Pascal can take the ball up court. If it's Talon Peter, which I don't think it's going to be, sure. I don't know. I don't care who they start. Isaiah Jackson plays 8 minutes. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you bring in Jay Huff off the bench to play some minutes. Tony Bradley's playing minutes. Obviously, the big minutes go to Jarris Walker and to Obi Toppin. It doesn't matter, man. Everyone is a threat on this team. And Obi Toppin goes 0 for 8 from the three-point line in that game. And, they probably still should have won. Guys, I'm telling you, Indiana is going to be a unit this year. They are fine, and they're going to be so much better next season, obviously, when Halliburton comes back. But we are all over Indiana all year long, and I'm looking at Memphis. Okay, you're a team that just got blown out last night. You're 1-1. They won their opening game of the season against the New Orleans Pelicans. But last night, the Heat put up 146 points on you. I can't wait to see what Pascal Siakam, Spicy P, and the Indiana Pacers put up on you, right? The game was cooked from the beginning. Memphis scores 25 points in the first quarter. They score 22 in the second, where Memphis scores a combined 86 points in the first half. That's not going to cut it defensively. It's not, Their starting lineup right now is Ja, KCP, Jalen Wells, Jock Landale, the fourth-year man from St. Mary's, and then Jaren Jackson. I'm really not impressed by what they're starting. They were a playoff team last year. They were a borderline playoff team, but, the Edey injury right now, I think Edey's still out for quite a bit. Yeah, he's out for another couple weeks, 6 weeks. Vince Williams is out, Ty Jerome's out, Scottie Pippen's out, Brandon Clark's out. They got a lot of injuries. Yeah, Indiana's got injuries too. No Nembhard, no McConnell, no Halliburton, obviously no Cam Jones, but I think Indiana wins this basketball game. I'm pretty confident in it. On the road, Indiana, this is the second night of the back-to-back for Memphis. It's going to be minus 135 for the Indiana Pacers to go on the road and beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Again, boom, baby, let's go. Give me Indiana. Next up, we go on to our final best bet of the video. We move to the Ball Arena. Denver, Colorado, the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. I think the Nuggets blow out the Suns tonight. I think they do. Now, very rarely, will I ever have the confidence to outright say, yes, a team is going to win by 14 points. Tonight is that night. Okay. Money line, Denver a minus 670 favorite, Phoenix plus 490 underdog. And I get it, Denver 2 nights ago loses in an overtime effort against the Golden State Warriors. If it's not for Steph Curry's heroics, Denver wins the game in regulation. But it is what it is. Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things, and Golden State won. It is what it is. It's going to happen. Denver, though, and you saw the production that you got out of Aaron Gordon, 50 points. Randomly, Aaron Gordon goes 10 for 11 from beyond the three-point line, 17 for 21 from the field, 8 boards, 50 points. Guys, that team wins that game if Jamal Murray takes better care of the basketball. If Jokic is a better night, Jokic only scored 21 points, and Cameron Johnson remembered how to shoot. I mean, you take Cameron Johnson out of Brooklyn, and all of a sudden he's still playing. I mean, I don't know, like that old expression, like you can take the net out of Brooklyn, but you can't take the Brooklyn out of the net, right? I think that's the right expression. I hope that's right. You can't take the Brooklyn net out of Cameron Johnson. You can't take the Brooklyn net out of the Brooklyn net. Is that how it goes? I think I got it right the first time. You know what I mean? I think Cameron Johnson's going to be fine. Obviously, they made that big trade to get Cameron Johnson, which I thought was such a big move for this team. Because, yes, Michael Porter Jr. has been such a big part of these, the championship squad they had a couple seasons ago and all these playoff runs the Nuggets have made. But I really thought Cameron Johnson was a big move for this team, and I still think it's going to be. They just need to get more production elsewhere because they got no production outside of Jamal, Jokic, and Gordon. And at Christian Brown, again, he's not there really to score that much. He took 7 shots the entire game. And then obviously they didn't even get a good game out of Jokic. I think the Nuggets are going to be fine. They're still extremely deep, in my opinion. Little interesting that Strother is completely out of the rotation because he's a guy who played valuable bench minutes for them last season to now completely out of the rotation. In the regular season, guys, Strother would start quite a bit and play 20 plus, potentially 30 plus minutes a game. He goes from that now to not even playing. Little odd. I mean, I get it. You got Bruce Brown back, but I don't know. You're gonna play Spencer Jones over Julian Strother? I don't know. Strother came to see the court now. I don't know. I think Strother's pretty good. That's why I'm very shocked about that. But whatever. I think he will play tonight because I believe it's gonna be a blowout, guys. The Phoenix Suns somehow, some way, the Kings blew it on opening night against Phoenix. They were up 15, 18 points against Phoenix in the third quarter, and they blew it and lost. Way to go, guys. Sacramento, you suck. And they barely escaped out of with a victory yesterday against the Utah Jazz, who actually looked good on opening night against the Clippers. But that's neither here or there. Speaking of the Clippers, yesterday Phoenix goes to the Intuit Dome and they get blown out. They lose by 27 points. Competitive first quarter. Clippers completely pull away after. James Harden with 30 points. Dillon Brooks was the leading scorer for the Phoenix Suns, and that again is the root of your problem. If Dillon Brooks is your leading scorer, yeah. Again, they're still missing Jalen Green, and Green will eventually come back. But I mean, this starting lineup. There's only so much D-Book can do. They've moved Mark Williams to the bench. I don't know. I mean, again, he didn't start game 1, but it's like you're really gonna bring that guy off the bench, and you're gonna play him 20ish minutes a night. I get it. They kind of want to load manage him. They don't want to get Mark Williams injured right away. But man, I mean, you're starting Oso Iguodaro at the 5. I don't know. I don't love that. It's just. They're going to get better with Jalen Green, but how much better are they really going to get? Phoenix, to me, they're going to be bad this season. I just watching these first 2 games, I'm not impressed at all. I'm going Nuggets to blow them out tonight. I get it. Denver lost yesterday or 2 days ago to the Golden State Warriors. It is what it is. I mean, that's Warriors magnet ball in San Francisco. It's just what Curry and those guys do. I think Denver's going to be fine tonight. I think they go out there and blow out the Phoenix Suns. So we're going to rarely do this, but give me Denver Nuggets minus 13.5 at home against the Phoenix Suns. Folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA best bets here for Saturday, October 25th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.